A whole decade, Prale admitted. Been down in Honduras all that time? Yes, sir. And you live to tell it? You are my idea of a real man, Rufus Shepley said. Shepley took a cigar from his vest pocket, bit off the end, lighted it, and puffed a cloud of fragrant smoke into the air. Rufus Shepley was a man of 50, and looked his age. If human being ever gave the appearance of being the regulation man of big business affairs, Rufus Shepley did. Sidney Prale had held some conversation with him on board ship, but they had not become very well acquainted, though they seemed to like each other. Each man seemed to be holding back, waiting, trying to discover in the other more qualities to like or dislike. 10 years, Sidney Prale went on thoughtfully. It seems a long time, but the years have passed swiftly. I always had an idea, Rufus Shepley said, that a genuine white man who went to one of those Central American countries turned bad after the first year and went to the devil generally. But you don't look it. The idea is correct at that, in some instances, Prale admitted. Some of them do turn bad. They get to drifting, huh? The climate gets into their blood. You know what I think? I think that in 7 cases out of 8, it's a case of a man wanting an excuse for loafing. I knew a chap once who went down to that part of the world. Got to drinking too much, threw up his job, used to loaf all the time, married some sort of half-black woman who had a bit of coin, and went to the dogs generally. Oh, there are many such, Sidney Prale admitted, but the majority of them are men who made some grave mistakes somewhere else, and got the idea that life was merely existence afterward. A man must have an incentive in any climate to make anything of himself, and down there the incentive has to be stronger. I assumed that you, had the proper incentive, Rufus Shepley said, grinning. I don't know how some persons would look at the propriety of it. I wanted to make $1 million. Great Scott! Your ambition was a modest one, I must say. And you managed to win out? Oh, I beg your pardon. It isn't any of my business, of course. That's all right, Prale answered good-naturedly. I don't mind. I'm so happy this morning that I'm willing to overlook almost anything. And I don't mind telling you that I've won out. $1 million in 10 years? Shepley gasped. Yes, and with an initial capital of $10,000, Sidney Prale replied. I'm rather proud of it, of course. I suppose this sounds like boasting. My boy, you have the right to boast. $1 million in 10 years. Great Scott! Say, would you consider being general manager of one of my companies? We need a few men like you. Sidney Prale laughed again. Sorry, but I'm afraid that I can't take the job, he replied. I'm going to have my little holiday now. Going to play. $1 million isn't much in some quarters, but it is enough for me. I don't care for money to a great extent. I just wanted to prove to myself that I could make $1 million. Prove it to myself and others. And, ready to take my vacation, I naturally decided to take it in New York. Home. Ah, home's in New York, huh? Old friends waiting at the dock and all that? Sidney Prale's face clouded. I'm afraid that there will be no reception committee, he said. I didn't let anybody know that I was coming, for the simple reason that I didn't know whom to inform. My boy! I have a few old friends scattered around someplace, I suppose. I have no relatives in the world except a male cousin about my own age, and I never communicated with him after going to Honduras. There was a girl once. There always is a girl, Shepley said softly, as Prale ceased speaking. But that ended 10 years ago, Prale continued. I stand alone with my $1 million. You advertised that fact, my boy.